Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is episode number 6. Let me vent. How is everyone doing today on this 110-degree day in New York City? Boys, how's it going?
Hot. It's hot.
What's going on, Mike?
What's going on, bud?
Not much. As you said before, it is hot. Jenks, how's it down there in North Carolina? Is it hot?
It's good, man. Yeah, it's hot every day. Staying down here in the Carolinas. So, hopefully it's a little cooler in the end of July when I come up for my wedding. But yeah, it's brutal down here.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be warmer in July, bud.
Well, it'll be cooler than it is in the Carolinas, hopefully.
I hope so.
I'm not saying it'll be cool, just relative to where I currently am. I am ready for the season, though. Got my Zach Wilson jersey.
Jesus.
For those of you watching on YouTube.
Wilson
Oh, Jesus.
in the house.
Bust!
And he went with the white. Pretty boy Zach.
Went with the
Wilson
white.
With the white.
Went with the white.
White
ready.
over green.
Huh?
What was the reasoning behind that?
I asked you guys, and White won the vote.
I voted green.
Simple as that. I had a black Darnold jersey, so
That shit was fire, too.
going with the white. Yeah, it was. Too bad he sucks. I should get a Darnold Panthers jersey.
Well, you could have, and you could have wore it to the game, but I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, so this will be a good intro. So good to let me vent session right off the bat. So as we just touched on, I'm staying down here in the Carolinas, and I'll probably be down here in September too. And the Jets play the Panthers week 1 in Charlotte. So me and my buddies down here have been looking at getting tickets for a while. We missed out on the initial, season release or whatever. So we've been monitoring like StubHub and Ticketmaster and all that. So we finally got our group finalized, 8 guys. I'm put in charge of getting tickets for everybody. Awesome. So, I'm online, this week, and we're all ready to buy the tickets. And I got 15 tabs open. I got my Ticketmaster account up. I'm all ready to do it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see these seats in the upper deck, 50-yard line, that are half of the price that I've seen anywhere else at any other point in time. And I start freaking out, in typical Jenks fashion. How is this possible? They're going to go away. So the stress, the urgency, the sense of urgency sets in. And I'm like, shit. I can't wait on anything. I just got to pull the trigger on this. Otherwise, they're going to go away. It was a mistake. Someone posted them for too little. I don't know. I'm thinking all of these things are wrong. And, I'm trying to get one over on somebody. Well, skip ahead to the end. The reason why the tickets were so cheap was because they're for the last Panthers preseason game against the Steelers instead of week 1 the next week against the Jets. And I bought 4 tickets for $450 for the wrong game. So, the best part about it is they go are you sure you want to buy these tickets? You're using your Capital One. Here's the extra level of security. You have it with your card. It sends me a text. So I'm checking out for 10 minutes and didn't realize in the bottom right in bold, it says Panthers versus Steelers preseason, August 24th or whatever.
And
This is a Friday.
Isn't the fourth the fourth preseason game
Well, they don't have 4 preseason games anymore. It's 3. So you don't know. It's the first year they're doing it. So you don't know which game will be the starters game.
Okay.
If they'll probably do game 2, I would imagine, which won't be the game I'm going to. So even more. So I already reposted them, to take $100 loss on it. But hey,
Jesus.
the fees crush you.
I wouldn't
Jesus.
expect Panther tickets to be that expensive.
Well, let alone for a preseason game.
Yeah.
I mean, someone is probably a season ticket holder or whatever, and you post them whatever in June for twice as much as you paid for them, and somebody buys them, whether it's by mistake or not. Honestly, I guess it's really not a let me vent session because I'm not even I don't know what I would vent about that it wasn't explicitly stated that it was the wrong game or date. I don't know. I did this to myself. I just had to get it out there.
If you can't sell those tickets, you better go to this game and get so fucking hammered. I don't even know. That's the worst. That's
Oh,
the worst thing
100%.
I've ever heard. Oh my lord.
The problem is I don't know if who's going to want to go to a preseason game where the starters don't play. even if it is for free.
Yeah, yeah, I'll fucking know.
So how
So-
much was each ticket?
I think it was like It was $80 with before fees or whatever. So it ends up being like $100 with fees
Damn.
and
That's
after
an
tax.
unbelievable price for a preseason game.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, so the regular season tickets for the same seat. So it's resale. It was resale. It wasn't through the box office. So regular season for the same seat is like $240 before fees. But that's because they're playing the Jets.
Damn.
Darnold's playing it's resale. It's resale.
Mhm.
Like the actual value of the ticket is like $60 or $80.
Something crazy.
But
Crazy.
yeah, wild. So good times.
So did you rebuy the tickets for?
No, I'm waiting on that now. At this point, I have to pay $450 credit card statement. So,
Who did you buy it for? You and your boys, or?
yeah. Well, good. Well, thankfully, silver lining. I only bought there was 8 tickets available, and we're going with 8 people, but they were available with from 2 different sellers, so I couldn't buy all 8 at once. So that's the silver lining, because otherwise I'd be out, $800 instead of $400. But
So your boys didn't even say like, "Oh, it's okay, Jenks," and you were just like, "No, like you're a fucking moron." And you have to pay
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Understandable.
I mean, if people go with me, they can buy my beers at the game,
There you go.
which I'll get my money's worth for. Can't charge somebody to come with me to a game that they didn't want to go to.
Oh my god.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
Jesus, man.
yeah.
Well, Nick and I are looking to go to the opening day for the Giants, for Giants Broncos. So I will make sure that when we go on a SeatGeek,
Yes.
I am not picking the Jets Giants or the Giants Patriots
Yeah.
game.
Ticketmaster makes it very easy to toggle between games, so be careful.
Oh my god. Silly.
Yeah.
Silly, my man. All right. Well, good luck with that. Keep us posted on your situation. I'm buying the resale tickets for the Darnold game. You got to wear that jersey to the game at least. Actually, are you going to be one of those weirdos? You're going to cut the jersey in half and do like
No.
half Darnold, half no? All right. Maybe.
Those people are losers.
Actually, you'd be the person to bring 2 jerseys, and if one's doing well, you'd.
You just peel off.
I don't know, man. Panthers fans are annoying. I can't it. Just we can save it for close to the season. They're the worst. So
Oh my god. All right, well, Jenks, good luck, as I said. But let's hop into New York sports here. As we always touch on, Nick, start with the Yanks. We were talking about this before we got on. The Yankees are currently 7.5 games back. Ohtani just hit a home run before. I don't know if they're winning or losing right now, the Yanks, but
Yeah.
what's going on? Are they getting healthy? Are they going to have any chance to get something going after the All-Star break here?
Yeah, the Yankees. It's weird because we have this podcast like every week, every other week, and every time I come on here, I'm like, all right, we're heating up, or all right, we fucking suck again, and it's been different every single time I've come back. So and we're back to fucking sucking dick again. We've lost 4 or 5 straight games. We are winning right now. It's 10-5. Yeah, Shohei hit another fucking bomb. Dude's an animal, but yeah, I'm gonna fucking jinx it. We might win this game and snap our losing streak. Otherwise, if we lose it, we're gonna be fucking 500 again. It's pathetic, dude. I don't know. This team, we have some fucking bats in this lineup, and not one person is bad. The highest average we have is Aaron Judge. He's batting 285. No one else is above 275, including LeMahieu and fucking all these other guys. Gleyber Torres is down. He's 4 for his last 50. That's not even. You're not even batting 100 in your fucking last 50 at bats. It's pathetic. So that's where the Yankees are at right now. I don't even want to talk about them. I can't even watch. Can't even watch the goddamn games. It sucks, man. I don't know. I'm not I'm usually one of those guys. I can always watch these Yankee games. They fucking suck, man. It's tough to watch right now. It's tough to watch swinging, missing, and anytime somebody gets on base, let's ground into another goddamn double play, or let's get thrown out on the base path. We lead Major League Baseball in base running errors, and we are currently tied for first in ground ball double plays. So that's where we're at. That's also my vent session that the goddamn Yankees suck again. But hopefully next week I'll be back and we will have ripped off 6 in a row, and I'll be like, we're back again. But no, I'm honestly, you asked, like, do we have a chance? Yes. Like, if the bats can fucking wake up, we have a chance. But that's also me being a naive Yankee fan. We probably have no goddamn chance. I think the sports books put us at like 0.7% chance to win the World Series, which is goddamn pathetic. It's like 3 times lower than the Mets. So I'll let a Met fan hop in here at this point. I'm done. I'm done with the Yankees right now. Garbage. Really?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, you're in fourth place in the East. I mean, that's a lot, and Toronto's really hot right now, I believe. They're crushing the ball.
Dude, that team is young. That team is stacked. Tampa Bay's got long dicks. They just have had them for a while. Fucking Boston is obviously the team that we thought they were a few years ago. You know, I don't know, man. Just not looking pretty right now for the Yankees. I don't know. At what point, like, do we let go of Aaron Boone? Does he start taking onus for this? I don't know. I've heard a lot of people on the radio saying, like, whose fault is all this? I don't fucking know. I don't know whose fault it is. All I know is we got bats and they can't fucking hit. So I don't know whose fault that is. Is that the general manager? Is that the coach? Is it the hitting coach? I don't know if I'm clear. Is it the players? Like, whose fault is it that no one can fucking hit the ball? I don't know.
Well, what's mind-blowing to me, and Jenks, I don't know if you want to step in here too, but Boston, I remember the first podcast we recorded, we were like, Boston's not even going to be like someone that's in contention.
Yep.
I haven't been following Boston too much as to why they're doing so well, but they're you know, I can't count right now, but I think they're 17 games over 500, and they're in first, and they're dominating. I know Tampa's right up their ass, but what has been their miraculous turnaround, if anyone knows?
So I
have no idea.
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
I just
Nick, go ahead.
watched them play the Yankees, and it was like they were somewhat impressive. They pitched well, they hit well, but it was more like the Yankees just sucked enough dick to lose, to get swept in the series. So like, I don't know what makes them so good. I know, Bogart's having a good year. Devers, I don't know what it is. I know JD Martinez is crushing the ball. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same team as it has been. I mean, I think Martinez has had a couple down years. He's having a really good year coming back. Bogarts is always a stud. Devers, I think, is finally busting out. Their third baseman. Verdugo is having a decent year. Yeah.
Mookie's on the
Moneyball
now, obviously, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck Boston. I don't know.
I think the big surprise for them has been their starting pitching, which honestly hasn't even been that good. I think they're just, outscoring their opponents. Eovaldi is their ace, and he's a 3.67. Everyone else's ERA is above a 4.
Remember when the Yankees signed that piece of shit? Ugh. Fucking A. And now, since he's been not on the Yankees, he's beaten us every fucking time he's pitched against us. He pitched like one game. Trash. I don't want to talk about it. Garbage. Yeah, all right. Let's move on.
That's the Mets in a nutshell.
I was gonna say let's hop on the Mets.
Really,
let's go Mets. 7 line. Here we go.
That's the Mets in a nutshell. I mean, you let go of players and they come back and beat your ass. Zach Wheeler's in contention for being potential MVP. I don't know if you guys have seen his stats. It's actually unbelievable.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the Mets are, it's every other week. They're hot and cold. I mean, it's so bizarre watching the Nationals game and watching Parra come back and Baby Shark playing, and they're fucking beating our fucking asses. They beat us up all weekend. Fucking Kyle Schwarber he has 9 home runs in like the last 7 games, something like that. This motherfucker couldn't hit the ball and fucking on the Cubs, and now he's just on fire. It's worrisome. I mean, there are 3 games up in the division against Washington, and Atlanta's beating us up right now. So it's the problem they're having right now is just injuries, and they can't consistently get starting pitchers on the field. That's their main problem. I mean, we had someone last night that's never pitched in the bigs. We have someone tonight who's just like a journeyman pitching, and if DeGrom or Stroman or Walker aren't on the mound, we're pretty much fucked. And we need healthy healthy pitching. I don't know if that consists of going out and signing someone, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about the offense because Fordo just came back. Numo's coming back tomorrow, or he should have came back today. Did he come back today? I don't know. He was supposed to come back today. And JD Davis is right around the corner too. So we're going to have a healthy roster going into the All-Star break. So I'm very excited for that. But they're going to have to hold off until the meantime. Jenks is shaking his head as if the pessimist in him is coming out. So,
I mean, I'm being proven right. Like, yeah, okay, you can say they're getting healthy. Yeah, whatever. They've had injury problems. Like, they still have the least amount of runs scored in baseball. Like,
but okay. In comparison, they haven't also played as many games as everybody else. Remember, because fucking COVID shut them down for 85
yeah,
weeks.
but it's by 9 runs. Like,
I guess.
Yeah, but listen.
No, they're in danger. They're in danger. They're losing tonight, and the Nationals are winning. So their lead in the division is going to go from 4 games.
3.5 with the
So it will be. Well, it should be 2. It's 3 games now. They're ahead of in the division by 3, so it's going to go to 2.
But
so
listen,
it's over.
Washington winning.
But dude,
yeah.
not a single team in your division is over 500 other than the Mets. So your division is still garbage. So like it's not over.
And the Mets shouldn't be above 500. So it's like.
Look, all you got to do is
Jinx.
make the postseason.
But there's
with pitchers like you got, with DeGrom on the mound, all you need to do is make the postseason. And right now, how many games into the season are we? Like,
But they need to win the division to do that.
correct.
They need to win the division
Yes.
to do that.
Facts.
So
Why do you say that though?
Because they're not getting a wild card.
I don't agree with that.
Dude,
I don't think they're going to get a
Pull
wild
up-
card either.
hold on.
I haven't even looked.
pull
at
up
the
like the
wild card.
National
Yeah, I
League
mean-
West. National League West standings.
Yeah. What the Dodgers, San Diego, and the Giants.
Dude, the
Yeah,
Padres.
the Dodgers
in
are
third
48 and
place.
31. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Padres are in third place and they're 47 and 33. Like, they're in fucking third. The Giants are 50 and 28. That must be the best record in baseball, right?
Yeah, I
Who's got
think
the best
I
record
think
in
they do have the best record.
It's a backwards year, honestly, in baseball. Like the Giants are good again, the Red Sox are good again. I mean, then you have obviously the Dodgers and the Padres. The Cubs are good again. Like it's just weird.
Yeah,
It is weird.
but the
Anyway,
Mets are still in first, correct?
Correct.
yeah.
correct.
All right, so
Well, it'll be a 2-game lead after tonight. So
There's the pessimist.
it's
again.
the decline.
Is
Like
the game over?
they did not have enough of a lead to like weather this injury storm, and they're not scoring any runs. So they also have the worst owner in baseball. You see this, guys? You see this? This is we haven't podcasted in 2 weeks. This is my Steve Cohen rant again. Did you see this guy's tweets last night? All right, so they're down. What? Who? I don't even know who pitched last night, but
It
some
was the
scrub.
It was like the
And
guy from AAA they got.
What are they down 5-0 or something? The whole game they're down 5-0. They're down 5-0. He tweets out, "Hey everybody, I'm out to dinner. What am I missing?" Dude, you're down 5-0 and you're at dinner with some family or friend or billionaire. Like you're probably at a fucking steakhouse. Shut the fuck up. You're tweeting to people who pay for your tickets that don't even make anywhere close to what you're making. Stop trying to like be a people man or whatever, people pleaser, like and relate to the common person, like the fan. Like shut the fuck up. You're losing 5-0. Your team is completely underperforming for the talent that is on the roster, regardless of injuries. They're really underperforming, especially in the division that is so bad. And that's the only reason why they're in first place. And then he says, just got home and caught the 8th inning. This is getting interesting. They scored 3 runs. Alonso hit a home run. They're still losing 5-3 or 5-4. And then they go on to lose the game. Like, I don't understand. It's June, right? It's June, and like you're tweeting these things out like you're a fucking attention whore. Shut the fuck up. Eat your dinner and go home. You're a terrible owner. Like the guy you paid $300 million is hitting 220 with 9 home runs it's July.
Yeah, I saw some crazy.
If
stats
you were
today.
the owner of if you're Magic Johnson, he can tweet whatever the fuck he wants. He has X amount of fucking NBA rings. He owns the Dodgers. Is part owner of the Dodgers. They won a World Series. Like he has earned the right to tweet like an idiot and try to relate to people and want the attention. What has Steve Cohen done? He is a creepy old white loser that happens to have a lot of money and bought the Mets.
He's a billionaire, dude.
Yeah. So
I hope the Wilpons buy the Jets. And suffer for the rest of your life.
well, I hope Steve Cohen doesn't buy the Jets. I'll tell you that for sure. Like what do you have to have that ego, that cockiness about the team that is now 40-34 with the worst amount of runs scored in all of baseball, the lowest amount of run differential of any first place team? You're not 50-28 like the Dodgers. Like you're not you've been an owner of a baseball team for 74 games. Stop it.
What makes the Dodgers why are they so far above everyone else?
Their rotation is insane. Honestly, it just actually Bauer is getting investigated for sexual assault.
Is he?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
I saw that
I
today.
didn't see that.
Yeah, TMZ
Oh,
baby, TMZ in LA is gonna get you. If the sticky stuff ain't gonna get you, TMZ is gonna get you.
He's a fucking loser.
Can we talk about that? Because we didn't even add this to the conversation about the whole banning of substances in baseball and the umpires getting people to fucking pull their dicks out on the field. Let's talk about this for a little bit. So I think we're all pretty much in agreement that Rob Manfred is just lost control of the ship that he's on, and he has no clue what to do.
Trash.
It's pretty absurd. I just don't understand where his mind sits at, and calling out to Grom and Scherzer, and I'll let you guys talk about this and in your opinion here.
It's just wild that the Astros, not a single fucking game suspension for these players. Like, fuck you. And then Manfred's gonna come out with this nonsense. Guy's been using sticky shit for fucking 60 years. I don't know. It's all fucking nonsense. Just some pitcher got suspended the other day for 10 games. And now, all this shit is happening on the mound. It's really baseball is a fucking joke right now, dude. It's a joke. And like you said, it's Manfred's fault. It's a fucking dudes pulling their fucking pants down on the mound and shit. It's what a disaster this sport has become. This is supposed to be the national sport, of America. This is America's pastime. Fuck no. That's why football rules all, and baseball's just in the shitter, along with all the other sports that aren't.
Dude,
football.
I've been saying baseball's garbage, dude. It's so fucking boring.
But it was America's
garbage,
sport, bro. It was it was great.
I don't give a shit. It was garbage for America.
No. Fucking pack a lip, get on the mound. Everything was great. Everyone was happy. Things were good. Fucking now,
Yeah, but you can't even do that, right?
You can't do that.
You can't use snuff anymore.
Can't do shit. Can't do shit.
Yeah,
Ruining
that
the
shit's
game.
trash.
Ruining the game. Where's the fucking K zone? I don't know. Everything's garbage. I don't know.
Didn't a bunch of pitchers tweet it out we're gonna get naked on the field? We're gonna come out naked or some shit like that.
I don't fucking know about that. All I know is that the umpires are coming out to check their glove and check their belt buckle, and dudes are pulling their pants down on the mound. This is an embarrassment. There's fucking 7-year-old kids at this game. What's going on here? It's a disaster, man.
Yeah, I think it was. What was this? It was some Oakland A's pitcher.
Yeah.
I forget who it was.
Yeah.
Sergio Romo or somebody like that.
Yeah,
And then you have Scherzer trying to
it's all crazy.
fight Joe Girardi. What a goddamn mess this is. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the right answer is. All I know is that Rob Manfred doesn't fucking have it. Someone else might, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You make a change, but you got to make it in the right way. You just don't do it on the fly. And be like, all right, check somebody mid fucking. The Mets called somebody up the pitch, and he pitched 5 shutout innings. Guy's like a AAA pitcher, and he walks off the field, and all the Mets fans are giving him an applause for stepping in and doing a great job. They checked this motherfucker coming off the field. This guy is gonna come up, ruin his career to fucking pitch one game for the Mets. Are you fucking insane?
And this is all because one person said that this pitcher was using the sticky stuff. Right?
Josh
This has been going
Donaldson.
on for a while.
But yeah, no, it has been going on for a while. But now because like this one guy came out and said, I'm going to call it all these fucking pitchers. Yeah, I don't know. Big bitch.
For one person, all of this has been happening in baseball. This guy's a piece of shit. I don't even know who he is, but he's a piece of shit for starting all of this controversy.
Sure is.
Honestly, he
Sure
is.
Big fucking loser.
It's been a fine line for baseball to manage the competitive balance between pitching being too dominant and then hitting being too dominant. And the game yeah.
Last year,
Go ahead.
they juiced the balls. They still have not admitted to juicing the balls. They juiced the balls. Fucking home runs were flying out the park. And now, pitchers are coming back and they're using some sticky stuff a little bit more than they used to. Who the fuck cares? Like, I know Alex is going to love this conversation. Like, let everyone fucking take steroids, juice the balls, use some sticky shit. Why the fuck not? Like, at this point, you've already fucked everything up. Fuck it. Ugh.
It's just have some consistency.
But
let pitchers use it for the last 5 years. Like, now it's an issue.
And what would be the problem with having hitters do well? You said last year was a hitter's year. This year is a pitcher's year. I feel as if having more hits in baseball is a good thing because it's.
Well, yeah, that's why they let steroids go on for so long.
It is a good thing, but that's what then led to more pitchers using stickier stuff, and that's how we ended up here because none of this shit's been policed and everything's a goddamn mess. And now Manfred's cracking down on this sticky shit instead of cracking down. He got to a point where he heard he's gotten so much shit for not cracking down on the Astros that he needs to crack down on something in his mind. And this is what he's doing, and you're a fucking idiot. It is what it is.
Right. No plan, no nothing. This is all reactive.
Mm-hmm.
Could have spent the whole offseason with okay, this is an issue. We got to figure this out. What can we do? Implement the rule coming into the season. Not middle of the fucking, not middle, but quarter through the season, just start having people fucking pull their asses out in the field. Just crazy. Also, James McCann just hit a 3-run homer. We're tied, baby. 3-2. Let's go.
Jenks already throwing in the towel 5 minutes ago.
That's it.
There you go.
I love it. Cool. A lot of baseball talk here, but the NHL playoff is also going on pretty heavily. Alex, Islanders, unfortunately, we're a week behind here. Got eliminated. They fought their asses off against the Lightning. Shout out to my grandpa being on the Jumbotron during, I think, Game 3. That was very cool. But Alex, I'll let you take it away. Kind of going on with the Islanders. What happened there? They're playing. Go through. I don't know anything.
Yeah, so they're first thing and foremost, Islanders played fucking a hell of a series against Tampa. I wanted the Islanders to win. I just didn't want the Islanders to win for their fan base. I fucking hate all of their fans. They're the absolute worst people on earth. So that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I really wanted them to lose was solely for the Islander fan base, excluding your grandfather, Mike. Just he's the exception to the rule. But they played a phenomenal. They played a phenomenal series against Tampa. Tampa was just too deep. They're too good. They roll every line. Every line is going to get you. Tampa has a player. His name is Braden Point. He registered a goal in, I want to say, 9 straight playoff games. That hasn't been done. The highest is 10, and the second highest was 7 for a really long time. So this guy is on absolute tear. Little quick story here. The Rangers almost got Braden Point for trading Ryan McDonough to the Tampa Bay Lightning, but we didn't get him. So Tampa is in the Stanley Cup final right now. They are facing the Canadiens. Canadiens, to me, were their dark horse still. I still think that they're going to lose. They actually lost the first game of the playoffs last night, 5-1. Tampa is just so dominant. They didn't lose anyone from last year when they won the cup. If anything, their team only got stronger. They've been to the Stanley Cup before. They know what it takes to win the Stanley Cup. So like, and Montreal hasn't been in the Cup final since I think it's the past 28 years. I would love to see Montreal win just because why not? They don't have a team filled with superstars. Tampa Bay does. Again, each line on Tampa Bay is just so deep and so strong, and they can score from anywhere. And it's going to be really hard for Montreal to win, but ultimately I think Tampa might even sweep. It depends on Carey Price, who's the Montreal's goaltender. That he's been playing lights out, and that's why they are where they are to this day. But yeah, too bad for the Islanders. Fuck them though. Fuck their fans. Yeah. And like, dude, I was watching like Barstool, and they had like Frankie Borelli. Like, dude, I acted like that when I was like 21 years old. You know, like grow the fuck up, man. Like just acting like a complete asshole. He's like 30 or some shit like that. But yeah, that's the only reason why I wanted the Islanders to lose, was because of their fan base. And like I said earlier, like excluding your grandfather, Mike, fuck them all.
Alex, I actually had the same thought about, I don't really follow Barstool, but like watching those videos, I'm like, dude, you are like, as you said, like I would do that shit when I was 19 and 20, but like so overly emotional, but I was like, yeah, you gotta chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh
and also too, Frankie Borelli's screensaver is Henrik Lundqvist laying on the ice when the Rangers lost in the Stanley Cup to the Kings. So once I saw that, I was like, I instantly want to fight this guy now. So yeah, I fucking hate him so much. He's such a fucking loser, dude. He's such a fucking loser. But yeah, so that's kind of the recap for the NHL. Tampa Bay's going to win probably in 5 games, and they're going to win again. Although they have a sick parade, dude. They have a awesome parade. So they don't do the whole like bus parade. They do it on boats and shit. So that's actually really cool and really different, and I appreciate that.
Yo, real
Was
quick.
that the Tom Brady shit?
I was just going to say.
Tossing the...
Yes, same thing.
Dude, how is Tampa Bay so much better at sports than fucking New York? What is going on right now? Like, right? Fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Like, what the fuck is going on? And they're not the Devil Rays, they're the Rays. My bad. But still, like, New York sports fucking suck. Other than, like, the Nets, who aren't even really New York. It's garbage. It's fucking, what the hell? Tampa Bay.
It's because billionaire asshole owners that don't know anything about the sport don't buy the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Tampa Bay Rays or the Tampa Bay Bucks.
However, something that happened great today for the New York Rangers, Adam Fox won the Norris Trophy. So that is really good for us in the future. So very, very happy about that.
Can you explain that to the audience, including myself, or what that is?
Norris Trophy is the best defensive player in the league. So he won that today. He had 47 points for the year, which is tremendous in a 55 game season.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm assuming that's a defender on the Rangers.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Piecing this all together slowly.
Sorry about that.
That's all good. Hey, you gotta break it down for the chumps like me. All right, well, that's our NHL recap. And now, listen, fellas, we're only like a month and a half away from fantasy coming on here. So, and the NFL really kind of kicking it off. So, a couple things that Alex threw in. Alex, I don't know if you want to talk about this. Dive in. He's not here anymore. I don't know where he went. But Alex is throwing in a list of 40. Chris Sims put up a top 40 QB countdown here. And he kind of wanted us to analyze it. Alex, just talking about what you threw up with the Chris Sims top 40 here. I don't know if you want to kind of give a breakdown of what you want to talk about here, hearing our opinions, kind of give us a rundown of this.
Sure. So looking at this list here.
Run down like the top 10.
Okay.
So everybody knows.
But I feel as if the top 10 are somewhat even correct here. I think it's the later list that I have the bigger problem with. So I'll go through them quick. 1 through 10 in this order is Mahomes, Josh Allen, Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, and Tom Brady. That's your top 10 quarterbacks that Chris Sim has. 11 to 20 is Herbert, Tannehill, Mayfield, Carr, Ryan, Cousins, Burrow, Wentz, Darnold, and Cam.
Sammy Dimes, baby.
Okay, 21 through 30 is Garoppolo, Roethlisberger, Fitzpatrick, Taysom Hill, Winston, Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Andy Dalton, Mac Jones. And then 31 to 40 is Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, Tua, Tyrod, which is wild, Marcus Mariota, Kellen Mond, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Case Keenum. You know who he left off here.
Daniel Jones behind Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. What the fuck? Yo,
Insulting.
they have both.
Ryan Fitzpatrick too.
What the fuck is going on here? Well, so the top 10, like you said, Al,
just to start with
I kind of agree. Like you said, I think I like Josh Allen a lot. I think him being number 2 above like Aaron Rodgers, who I believe just won the MVP, right? Or he should have at least. I think he did. I think that's a little crazy. Let's see him do it for one more season before I have Josh Allen as the second best quarterback in the league. Matthew Stafford at 8. I fucking love Matthew Stafford, but he's above Tom Brady. He's above Justin Herbert. Okay. I don't know, but all right. The rest of it's fairly accurate in that top 10. I feel like. I don't know. You guys, what do you think?
Clarify something? Is this fantasy or regular? Like,
hold on, let me find that out.
I was taking this as regular.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
It is. It's just regular. It's not fantasy.
Yeah. Right.
This list is a joke. Again, this list is a joke. Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And I don't care how and again, I was a Brady off a cliff supporter. To have Kyler Murray above Brady and Stafford and Dak, and they're better in fantasy than Brady probably, but he just won a Super Bowl. You're gonna really rank Kyler Murray above Tom Brady?
Good point. Yeah.
So my big problem with this list is how do you have rookie quarterbacks on here?
There's 32 teams. They need to be on the list. I know he ranks 40, but you're really gonna put Case Keenum over Trevor Lawrence? No,
I mean, but they haven't played. So what are you grading them on?
Well, talent, draft capital, and then
right.
College. What they've done in college. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them have done better things than actually Case Keenum set records in college, I think, at Houston. But he never won a Heisman, and he didn't play in a Big 5 conference. So either way, I'm sure a little bit. Again, we have no idea what his basis for this list of, but maybe it's a little bit of looking ahead, right? Who would you start a team with? Who would you want to start a team with? Some sort of that, it's a small percentage in the consideration. Obviously you're not going to rather start a team with Fitzpatrick over Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence or Daniel Jones or Mac Jones, but it could be a small percentage of a consideration.
I need Daniel Jones to either make me eat these fucking words or to make Chris Sims, for whatever the fuck this guy's first name is, eat this fucking list. Because to have him as number 26, it upsets me. Behind Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston on the same fucking team. On the same goddamn team. What is going on here?
And Ryan Fitzpatrick, dude.
Well, I love Ryan Fitzpatrick, but no, I agree. But also Jimmy Garoppolo, I feel like Jenks is a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's number 21. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I can sit here and nitpick the shit out of this list, but yeah, like you said, it's fucking clickbait.
This list has me. This list has me on your side on the Daniel Jones ranking. That's how bad this list is.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's fucking garbage.
I'll ask your opinions on this one. I I think Deshaun should be number 2.
No.
Why?
So, like, can he even play quarterback now this year? Like, I feel like I don't even know what this. What's going on.
Here's my
Like,
thing
are
with
we
this list: are we going off of are we going off of talent wise? Who is the current best quarterback in the league, or are we going as a whole? Like, hey, Deshaun Watson's on the worst fucking team, and he's not going to put up good numbers because he's not on a good team. Like, that's where I'm a little confused about with this list. Like,
Right. You know, and I
think
there
Deshaun
an
is like one
answer
of the
for
most
that.
athletic people.
I don't think there's an answer for that.
Right.
I think fucking Sims
Right.
was just like, these are good quarterbacks. Blah 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 blah. Like, I don't think he thought as much as we're fucking thinking about it right now.
Jalen Hurts isn't even on the list.
I fucking love
Wow.
it, dude. He's not even on the
He is.
list.
That's ridiculous.
You know who is? Kellen Mond. Who the fuck is Kellen Mond?
Yeah, who is that?
He went to Texas A&M. He had a pretty good either freshman or sophomore year, and then like kind of fell off.
Cool.
He was one of those guys that was like hyped up in the Heisman kind of thing, and like never lived up to that. I believe.
You know who else was
But
on this
he's
list?
on
Casey.
the Viking. The Vikings drafted him. Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Well, cool. But
Yeah,
I do
he
love the
just
fact that
tweeted-
Jalen Hurts is not on there.
He just tweeted it out. He said the top 40 QB is done. Putting Josh Allen over Aaron Rodgers was the hardest call of this whole list for me. I will talk through the top 4 on this link.
He's a clown.
So
I mean, I think Herbert should be a little higher too.
over who?
Who are you going to put him over?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean,
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I
would
Herbert.
put.
I'm not
Yeah.
as high on him as like Jenks or maybe all of you, but I do like him. But I don't know who I put him above.
I would rank him above Murray
So would I,
and
dude.
maybe
Yeah,
Stafford
wouldn't.
but like I'm not putting him to like 7 though. Like
So my thing is this: if I'm going to put him above Kyler Murray, I'm going to put him above Lamar Jackson, which you all know he's already above Lamar Jackson.
Big facts.
But like,
Big facts.
fucking
Big
why is Lamar
facts.
Jackson better than Kyler Murray? I don't fucking know. Kyler Murray, in my opinion, is just as elusive as Lamar Jackson. He's probably got a more accurate arm. I don't know.
no, he's not. No.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens this year. I'm not going to start.
very
this again.
interesting list.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
not-
the next pod we come on, we should make our own top 10 for all of us.
I like that.
I think that should be a goal. Come up with our own top 10.
Let's do 20 because there's more debate in the next 20. Like there's Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins, Derek Carr, like I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Or we have to have
And
specific
the question-
rules, though. Like, is it the best quarterback right now?
Yes.
If you have the same
Yes.
fucking wide receivers, like, who do you want on your team right fucking now? Like, that's what we're doing.
And are we going towards like building forward?
Right. Is it
Yeah,
just a
this
one-year
that's the
deal?
problem with these lists.
Right. Like, if this is a 1-year deal, like, I need to win the fucking Super Bowl this year, like, boom, Patrick Mahomes, boom, Aaron Rodgers. Like, I can give you that fucking list right off the bat. But, right, are we building? Are we franchising these people? What's going on here? You know? So
Is Rodgers playing football this year?
I think he will. I think he'll show up like week 4 or something.
I mean, he's going to
Like,
forfeit
I
a
agree.
ton of money. Just fucking get your ass to work, you big bitch. I'm done with this.
And the Packers have said like they're not trading him. They don't want to trade him.
Correct.
What is the they don't want to trade him?
Right. They're like, you're Aaron Rodgers and you're fucking good at quarterback, so we're not just going to trade you. And he's like, all right, well, I'm not going to come. And they're like, all right, well, then we're not going to fucking pay you. So here's the deal. Like,
Dude,
since
just trade him.
You're
Just
a
trade
professional.
him.
Like, professionals, what they do is they go to work. We're all fucking professionals. We all have jobs. You go to work. Go to fucking work, Aaron Rodgers. Don't be a big bitch. Get off the couch and go to work. I don't know.
He doesn't care about work.
Fuck that guy.
He doesn't want to work. Oh my god, the Mets are winning.
You said it so negatively. He's like, oh god, that's all right.
It's great when you have to eat.
I
crow
want to
on
love
the
them more
same
than I
podcast.
do, but like why does Steve Cohen make me want to hate them?
Because he gives you hope.
If we had a podcast these past 2 weeks, I told this to Mike and the guys. We don't need to circle back to baseball. The last podcast we did, Mike was like, "I'm all in, baby," and I was like, "Nah." The next week, if we were to do a podcast, I would have been right there with him. And now, you know, the longer time that goes by that we don't talk, the worse it gets for me. So anyway, Back to football.
It's like I said with the Yankees. Like, you don't know. You don't know what the fuck's going on from week to week. Wouldn't it just be nice to be just like a fucking Dodger fan and just be like, we're the shit. Like, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
I can't complain. I'm a goddamn.
Yeah.
I grew up a Yankee fan.
That would be nice if you've had that for the past 20 years of your life. That must be really nice.
Yeah, but like, all right, so I'll counter you with like, at least you guys don't know what it's like to be good, right? Like, you've sucked forever, like your whole life. Like, I'm a winner, bro. I'm used to winning.
Counter. Yeah. Backhand compliment there. Thanks.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so yeah, I'm done with this list.
All right, we'll come back next week. We'll do our top 10s each. We'll break it down. Obviously, the NFL is our bread and butter, so we're going to be diving more into this as we go on. Another exciting or interesting news that came out this week: Carl Nassib came out as gay, as one of the first NFL players to do so. Unfortunately, the first thing I thought of when this happened, Nick, you can remember this, was the Bill Burr, Michael Sam skit that he did. That was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys want to talk about this, go around. What's your opinion on this? Alex, we can start with you if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. And I really liked the video that he came out with, and he was saying how, like, hopefully in the future we don't have to have videos like this, and it's just going to be more accepted. So, like, it's very cool. I'm very happy for him that he feels free and, open enough to share his experiences and whatnot. So I think it's great. I think it's great for the league. Just do your job, like Nick says, and that's it. I don't think it's going to make him play any worse. If anything, he probably has a breakout year and just demolishes people because he has this weight lifted off him.
All right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, completely agree.
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
really
say,
have much to add other than what Alex said.
Like, all right, so my initial instinct was like, all right, I don't care. Like, that's how I was at first. And then after just listening to you, Alex, it's like, kind of sold me on that. Like, it is pretty awesome. Like, that's good. I'm glad about it. Like, but no, like, at first, I guess I don't really care because, like, I don't give a shit if you're straight or gay. Like, it doesn't bother me. Whatever you are, that's cool. But I guess, like, the rest of the world, it's a big deal to some people. So, I mean, you know what is a big deal to me, actually? Let me change the topic real quick, then we come back. Did you guys see the new commercial that says, it starts off and says the NFL is gay? That's how the commercial starts. Did you guys? I'm not even playing. Like, did y'all see it?
I haven't seen
It's
this.
real.
No.
It's real.
I have.
No.
Like, I've seen it.
It was a little absurd.
All right, y'all. So let me break it down for you real quick, Jenks. It starts off and it just says NFL is, and then the first word that pops up is gay, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And then the next word is like freedom. The NFL is lesbian. NFL is American. It's like, what the fuck kind of commercial is this? Well, first off, the only thing that's gay here is your commercial. This is ridiculous. Dude, I don't even. What kind of commercial is this? What are they doing? Listen. I'm here for it. Let's support the LGBT, LMNOP, whatever it is. I'm here for it.
Oh, jeez.
My God.
Let's go. But what are we doing with that commercial? That's got to be the worst commercial I've ever seen in my entire life.
I couldn't agree with you more, Nick. It is awful, and like anything just to sell more shit, right? Just to make make us look like the good guys, but really we only care about profits.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, June's coming to an end in a couple days. Let's see if they keep posting this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my thought.
Right. Jenks, you gotta YouTube this commercial.
No, I thought the Nassib thing was great.
Yeah. Good. Back to something that's like
Hey,
good.
Mike, what'd
That's
you say
bad.
about
That's bad.
what'd you say about the Nassib thing, Mike?
Yeah, the Nassib thing's great. I think the one thing that I like about it is that kids that are feeling that way and play sports will find someone that they can look up to. So I always find that to be something for a person who feels that way to come out and say something. I think that's so important for younger communities to feel comfortable to start feeling that way as well. So I thought that was very, very cool.
The really cool part about it actually is too, like, he's a starter. Like, he's not Michael Sam, where I felt like Michael Sam was like kind of like one team was a little bit pigeonholed to draft him.
Yeah.
You know, just because it was like the first openly gay NFL, prospect and everything. So I felt like one team had to take their shot on him. Otherwise, people would be coming and saying, well, they didn't pick him because he was gay and this, that, the other. But like, as we saw, I think Michael Sam had a preseason in the NFL. So, I mean, it's really nice to see like an actual starter and like someone who like you said, Mike, like where these kids can look up to be like, wow, like here it is an actual player. He's actually, he came out and everything. So I think that was really awesome. One thing to change off the whole Carl Nassib thing that I want to bring up was, I don't know if y'all been seeing the whole COVID thing with Cole Beasley. Have you guys seen any of that?
No, I actually have no clue what you're talking about.
So, I don't really care about where he stands with COVID. Okay, so he basically came out and said, I'm not getting vaccinated. I don't trust it, or I forget the actual tweet. It was actually pretty long that he posted on his Instagram. I don't really care how he feels about the whole COVID thing. My question to you is, do you think he gets traded?
No.
No.
For a team like the Bills, who are within a realm of being contenders for, playoffs now, you have your second year, with confidence to go into playoffs. Your receiving core with Diggs, you just, Gabriel Davis is going to have another year under his belt. And I heard they also restructured Diggs' contract and they freed up another $8 million. And I heard that money might be going towards Zach Ertz. So now if they go out and get a tight end of Zach Ertz quality, do you think that let's not bring this controversy into this locker room? Let's focus here on what we need to do, and maybe we say goodbye to Cole Beasley.
Well,
I don't
Josh
think
Allen
so.
also hasn't gotten the vaccine.
This is true.
This is true. I can't see that happening for either of them.
I would
I think
guess,
they're just going to be on the strict protocols, and
if I had to guess, if you had to pick one fan base that had the lowest percentage of people that got vaccinated, I would guess the Buffalo Bills are fucking right up there, dude. Them, maybe Philly. I don't fucking know. So I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to bother the fans. I think Cole Beasley's here to stay. I mean, but I don't know why I think that, and I don't know what, but I feel isn't that accurate? I feel like those are some fucking working class people, they're just jumping through fucking tables and shit. I don't know. I don't think they give a shit about Cole Beasley being vaccinated or not. But maybe administration or whatever the fuck it's called, the front office does. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Jenks?
know.
No, they don't care. I'm sure that people in the front office, I'm sure his fellow teammates don't, they do feel the same way that he does. They're just not taking it to the extreme that he is, and talking about it's my right and blah blah blah. And I mean, it's what they're doing is ridiculous. Shut the fuck up.
Do your job.
You're an idiot. Yeah. So. Again, it's not even about it's your choice, that's totally fine. It's your choice. But I don't know, don't be an asshole or an idiot or a fucking moron about it kind of thing. The NFL is a private organization, and they have owners, and they have money to make. And they also at least they say they care about their players and their health of their players. And the things that they are doing aren't because you play in fucking a prison league. I mean, it's just dumb. It's protocols and recommendations and policies in place for your health, to make money, and then for your health. So if you have a problem with that part of it, fine. But I don't think anything that the NFL is doing is that egregious where he needs to go on this Twitter rant about getting the vaccine and not getting the vaccine.
Yeah,
Again, don't get it. It's fine. But then you have to, it's a private organization. They can do whatever the fuck they want. So, call that out, but don't make it about getting it or not getting it. That's a totally separate issue.
Yeah, I agree with that. The owners do have the right to make a decision in that case. But yeah, I wonder how it's going to play into the season. I was actually wondering that today, if it's going to affect people that have not gotten vaccinated, and if somebody does get COVID, let's just say God forbid, like hypothetically, if there was another spike in the fall, like, are people going to have to sit out again? Like, are you going to have to quarantine if you're not vaccinated? I wonder what that's going to be like. I wonder how that's going to play into effect into the season.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully none, but
most stadiums are like opening for like 100%, right?
Today was the Colts were the last one to say officially 100%, so every stadium will be at full capacity.
Wow. Interesting.
So that will be exciting. We'll be able to watch football and
Yeah.
some fans in the stands. Jenks will be at preseason games, though, so we can see him at any of those. Couple teams we want to touch on today, too. One was the Broncos. We're kind of trying to analyze teams as we go about here. The Broncos, what is going on with the Broncos? Let's take a look at like their draft, what's going on there. Jenks, I think you were the one that put this in our agenda today. What's going on with their QB situation? I think they have a pretty potent offense. I don't know how their defense, Von Miller, is coming back. Jenks, I'll let you talk about this and see where they're heading, where they're going to end up in this division.
yeah, it's just hilarious. It's just another situation where like ownership has no idea what they have in like their roster, and they're just like wasting away like their entire Super Bowl window. So like Drew Lock is clearly not the answer, right? Like, okay, Elway has finally stepped down from football operations, like handing it off, like he failed, like he admitted failure, and like good for him. But then like your next step is to like bring in Teddy Bridgewater. And like they have really good offensive young talent, and like their defense has been good for the last couple of years. The division is, obviously very tough with the Chiefs, but like for years, like the Raiders and Chargers haven't been that good in the regular season. So like again, this goes back to the conversation we had a while ago. Do everything you can to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Like, you're really going to hold a quarterback competition against with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater? Like, where is that getting you? Is either one of those guys winning you a Super Bowl or winning the division with Mahomes in it, or like making the playoffs, like doing anything of notice? Like, you went 5-11 last year, last in the division, and like I think they drafted a corner. It was a Surtain out of Alabama in a top 10, 9th overall, which fine, whatever. But like, I don't know. There were so many options on the QB market this free agency, and like trade options, and you bring in Teddy Bridgewater to compete with Drew Lock. And it was really funny. Like, I think it was like a Von Miller quote from a few weeks ago. He was talking about like really like this guy is like our quarterback or whatever, like referencing, Drew Lock. So it's just hilarious. And
yeah, but he referenced it in a way where it was a positive for Drew Lock.
What, like he's really not that bad?
It was like, why is everyone talking about this quarterback and that quarterback? We have Drew Lock. That's what he was saying. And he was like, I'm going to stand by him, which I actually appreciate from Von Miller, because that gives Drew Lock a little bit more confidence.
If that's what he said, then like, great, but I don't know. I thought it was condescending.
I mean, I think Teddy is the better quarterback in that situation.
Well, yeah,
by far.
But he can't throw the ball further than 5 yards down the field, and he also can't run. So he's worse than Lamar Jackson.
Wait, so you're saying that Lamar Jackson's bad?
No.
Don't start. Don't do it.
But yeah, no, it's just I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Like, they did it with Manning. They at least brought him in and they won the Super Bowl. Like that was they weren't going to groom quarterbacks, right? Like, this was their blueprint. Like, they had a really good team around them. They'll trade for a superstar or like sign him in free agency, and then they draft Drew Lock out of Missouri, and he sucks. I just don't get it.
What do you think it would take to get Aaron Rodgers there?
Drew Lock and 3 first-round picks, and I don't know, maybe another piece. Yes,
Starter.
I would trade 5 first-round picks if I was the like. I feel like there's very few teams that are a quarterback away, and like, you could say that. Obviously, Rodgers makes anybody Super Bowl contender, but like the Broncos are one of those teams. And like, maybe it's because they just recently won a Super Bowl. Well, recently,
I don't think they're one of those teams, but I don't think the Broncos are some offensive juggernaut if you put Aaron Rodgers with them.
Melvin Gordon, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant. That's a better for like top 4 skill positions than a lot of the league. And they just drafted, I forget their running back, but he's pretty good. I think out of UNC, maybe Javonte Williams.
Gordon, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton.
And Noah Fant. Like, yeah, okay, Sutton was hurt. Judy's unproven. Fant, he had a pretty good year last year, and then Gordon is what it is. But, like, if you put Rodgers around that team, like, that's arguably a better holistic supporting cast than what he currently has. Well, I mean, maybe not.
That's tough, dude.
But, like, that's better. That's a really good skill possession group.
Maybe
Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not high on Sutton. I just don't give that man enough credit.
It's a solid crew. I mean, they have a better supporting cast than the Bears. If you said Rodgers go to the Bears, they're not going to trade him in the division, but like that's another.
But not better than the 49ers.
Right.
Yes.
I don't think that they have a better team than the Bears.
Team offensively?
Offensive weapons, I don't think.
Well, obviously, like if you were to stack rank them, I would only rank Allen Robinson in like the top 5.
I think Montgomery's better than Melvin Gordon.
Running backs don't matter. You're arguing like the 5th best position, the 5th best player anyway in that list.
Darnell Mooney, baby. Mooney.
And Miller. I think Miller is
I think
him and Sutton are the same.
No, absolutely not. Sutton was a Pro Bowler. Anthony Miller hasn't sniffed like 700 yards in the season. Don't quote me on that. Either way, it's just one of those situations where I was like, I saw this and I was like, this is just ridiculous. I mean, and then the same thing with the Bears. Like, I know it's June and like this coach speak shit doesn't matter, but like you're really hiding behind Andy Dalton as your starter. Like, yeah, it was fun to say that when you had nobody else on the roster, but like you made the decision to trade up and spend a 1st-round pick on Justin Fields. Like, he's the starting QB. Like, you should give him every opportunity to be the starting QB. Like, Andy Dalton is not winning you more than 8 games, if that. You might as like, it's just so dumb. And then people are saying, "Oh, I don't want to throw Justin Fields. They play like the Rams on Sunday Night Football into the fire." How else is he going to learn? Like,
Disagree with
there's.
that wholeheartedly.
I think
Oh
I
my
actually
God.
disagree with that too,
No,
bro.
we'll save that topic of conversation for a different pod.
Just add
But like,
Nathan Peterman, is that what his name was?
right? But you found out that he wasn't good, so he learned that he was bad.
Yeah, but like
Like,
Justin
you know.
Fields comes out and throws 5 picks. Are we just gonna throw his ass out? Like,
No, but I mean, the next game he
Justin
threw
Fields
4.
is way more talented than Nathan Peterman.
maybe.
And I think
What
Peterman's
was
on the
Nathan
Raiders.
Peter?
What about Dwayne Haskins?
That guy
Exactly.
sucks.
Start him from the beginning. Also, the Bears have a much better organization around him than those other situations you're referencing.
I agree with Jenks in this. I think start him from the beginning. Dalton isn't going to win you shit, and why not see?
Like Nathan
what your
Peterman was a
quarterback is?
5th-round pick. He was a 5th-round pick.
Okay, but here's my thing. What 1st-round quarterback has not come in and started besides Jordan Love? Who else has not come in and started in their first season?
Right. And do it. Just
But-
start him. But
But
when your alternative is
why can't
Andy
you give him-
Dalton,
Why can't you give him 4 games? Why can't you give him 6 games?
well,
You know?
this is the same situation last year as the Chargers with Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor. Like, it's mind blowing. There's no way the coaches sat there in training camp and saw Justin Herbert throw the ball and said, "Wow, Tyrod Taylor should start." Like, you will, like, maybe he didn't know the playbook, maybe whatever else. It's just bizarre. These coaching staffs like need to hide behind like going 8-8 to keep their job. Like, take a risk. And you learn by doing. Like, the model of sitting.
I get it, but
Yeah,
I
but
still
what if it
don't
goes
think.
bad? What
I
if,
still don't think you can throw fucking what's his name Fields in against fucking that secondary.
Aaron Donald?
Dude,
Why?
Well, first off, one, right? Aaron Donald's gonna rip his face off, but 2, They also have cornerbacks that are going to fucking terrorize them. They got safeties. That team.
And who's he going to face in week 4 or week 6 or in a championship game or in the Super Bowl? What makes him like any less? If anything, he would have a better chance to succeed in week 1 because there's no tape on him in the NFL. If anything, he would have a better chance of catching them by surprise.
And why do you and to go along with
we
Jenks'
can save this conversation.
No, I think this is the perfect time for it. I think that why do you disagree with Jenks on this? Because I'm team Jenks.
Especially when the alternative is Andy Dalton. We can table the conversation of like, should you start a rookie quarterback right away or not? But like, it's Andy Dalton.
Look at Trevor Lawrence.
For me,
so do you think Trevor Lawrence should sit 4 games?
So no, I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing for me something that's probably different from what Mike is arguing. You can't just put him out there against the Rams. It's the Rams. It's probably the worst defense that you could put any quarterback in the NFL out there against. Because 1, you're going to get your fucking face ripped off by Aaron Donald. And 2, when you throw the ball, fucking Jalen Ramsey or some thug is going to come get it. Like, you're just going to expose him to that right off the bat? I mean, I guess you're going to find out if he's a leader or not, or if he's a little bitch, because he's going to get fucking destroyed. And like you said, he probably doesn't even know the goddamn playbook. He could probably fucking throw 17 plays. I mean,
and you don't think Andy Dalton is going to get destroyed against the Rams? Like,
right. What? Oh, we don't want to bruise Justin Fields' ego. We got to protect him. I mean, give me a break. You learn. Think back into your lives. Like, and Justin Fields is better at anything that we will ever be anything good at.
He's 20 years old.
But he's won a national championship. Like, he's played in a title game against Clemson, against other NFL players.
Child.
Like,
he's going to be up against fucking Aaron
Oh, my God. Okay, so then if he can't do it, then and he succumbs to that pressure.
I hope he fucking plays.
Why coddle him? What's the point of coddling? Think back in your life. Think back in your life. Do you not learn from your mistakes?
Let him play. Let him play in week 1. Go ahead.
Maybe if he throws 5 interceptions, he won't try the same throws. It's learning by doing. It's learning by making mistakes. Your mistakes, you learn from them, you grow from them, and it makes you stronger. You look back on them and say, I'm not going to do that anymore. He's going to play tough games in the NFL. You might as well start in week 1. If they were...
You're crazy, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you, if Trevor Lawrence was playing the Rams week 1, would you start Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Yes, because he's much better than
Okay, so then...
That is up for debate.
It is not.
Oh my
It is not.
goodness, God.
It's not up for
Fucking
debate.
delusional.
Okay, so he's better.
The difference, even obviously he's better. He's obviously better, but is the difference really that much greater? Jaguars versus Rams week 1, you're starting Trevor Lawrence.
So why not go
You have Gardner Minshew on the team.
Yeah, you have.
Take the loss week 1.
Thank you so much.
You have no chance of winning. 0-1. Let's start him next week. What message does that send to your team? Like,
Starfield.
100%.
You're talking apples and oranges here.
I agree. I can't make that comparison, honestly. But nah, fuck it. I hope you're right. I hope they start him. I hope he sucks fat cock, and it ruins his goddamn career. Just like Nathan Peterman.
Yeah.
Why would you wish that on anybody?
First of all, Nathan Peterman had 2 games or 3 games.
Don't talk about Nathan Peterman. Let him go.
Thank you.
Okay? Let's talk about anyone else. Let's talk about Dwayne Haskins. Let's talk about Sam Darnold. Let's talk about...
Sam Darnold's a great quarterback, and he's going to do great things with the Panthers.
He has not been a great quarterback. How are you going to sit here and tell me he's been a great What on paper is he showing you that he's been a great quarterback?
On paper, if anything, that's exactly why we're still giving him a chance on paper. It's during the game plays. He's also had terrible fucking coaching staff and a terrible own organization to play for. They gave him no help. The Jets gave him no help. So, yeah, I would imagine that that Sam Darnold is going to go to Panthers and do really, really awesome there. And you threw him, didn't you throw Darnold week 1?
Yeah.
And he threw a pick 6 on his first play, didn't he?
Okay, but like to Jenks' point, you have to learn. You have to learn how to face adversity. Are you going to take Justin Fields out when he's in the Super Bowl because he's never been to the Super Bowl? Like it's ridiculous. You at some point you have to give over. He's your best chance of winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes.
He's your best chance.
Are
of
you
winning.
playing to win or not? I mean, you're rolling. Yeah.
So then why draft him for the future? When is the future?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Matt Nagy does have the ego and the audacity of Matt Nagy to say, "Oh, I don't need to win now. I don't need to win week 1." he is underachieved
I
as
think
the
that's
Bears
a-
head coach. And
I
how long
think
of a
that's a
leash does he
selfless
have?
I think that's a selfless thing for him to do. To not say, I'm not going to ruin the quarterback in his mental capacity
My God.
and throw him into the fire right away.
Okay,
I think that's selfless.
So what happens if Andy Dalton is
You're
tearing
basically
it up
call-
for the first 5 weeks? And
What'd you say?
what happens if Andy Dalton is tearing it up for the first 5 weeks? What do you do?
Then
Do you stick with?
Andy Dalton keeps playing.
Of course. Andy Dalton's in there. And you let him develop for a year.
All right.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand what the problem is.
You
Because
don't learn anything by sitting on the bench. You do not.
Says Aaron
Ask Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers that question.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Who else has done that? And they also had.
Eli Manning.
How long ago was this? 15 years ago? 20 years ago?
I mean, this was never a thing. Like, you always
And it's
drafted a first
so
round
it's never a
quarterback, and it
thing.
changed.
It was a thing for two people who are anomalies, and now it's still never a thing. So now you want to
Mark
base
Sanchez.
your
Mark
organization.
Sanchez.
He went to 2 AFC title games. I mean, you could say what you want about the guy.
All right.
It's
We'll
not-
save this conversation. Ugh.
Buffalo.
All right. Well, this will be a longer debate.
You guys are
We'll save
wrong.
this for the
It's
next
you
topic.
guys are wrong.
You
It's so crazy.
both are wrong. You both are
Oh
wrong.
God, I hope
We can make
I
a
hope
bet on
fucking
this, too.
Andy
We
Dalton
can bet
pulls
on
his quad and
Justin
Justin
Fields
Fields
over-under.
gets thrown in there and doesn't know the goddamn playbook. That's what I hope happens.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, seeing different defenses he's never seen before. But sure, throw him in there.
Right, and seeing it on the
Field-
field will easily better prepare him for the future than
That's it.
seeing it on the bench.
It's nice when you're like at Ohio State and like your wide receivers are fucking wide open all the time. That's nice. When they're getting fucking blanketed by Jalen Ramsey, things are a little different.
That guy
Aaron
fucking
Donald was
sucks, dude.
breathing
That
down
guy
his
sucks.
goddamn neck. Oh, he's
That
fucking
guy
terrible.
sucks.
I fucking hate him
Aaron
too,
Don-
Al,
Aaron
but he
Donald's
doesn't
fucking-
fucking suck.
That guy got burnt all year last year.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, he had like
Daryl
the third
Mooney
best.
torched his
Dude, he
ass.
had like the third best coverage.
Oh
rating.
my god. All right. We got two more. We're going to start hopping into we need more people. We need more people listening to write in. We need mailbag questions. These are questions that people write in for us to debate. Let's start with the one of the two tonight. This one is from Giuseppe. This is my sister's fiance, soon to be my sister's husband in about 3 weeks.
Nice.
He wrote in and said, who will lead the league in rushing in 2021 for the NFL? So let's start with Nick here.
I was just
Who
thank
do
you.
think will lead?
Because like, is it even a fucking debate? Is it even a question? I mean, like, don't even throw fucking Saquon Barkley or Ezekiel Elliott at me. It's fucking Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. Giuseppe, I love your question. It's an easy one, my guy. Derrick Henry. And he'll probably lead the league by about 400 fucking yards. He's a goddamn tank. Derrick Henry. Final answer. Lock it in.
Jenks?
Skip me.
Alex?
CMC.
Interesting.
Rushing.
Why is that?
Who will lead the league in rushing, Alex?
CMC.
All-purpose yards? Oh, stop it.
CMC. CMC.
You think they're just going to have Sam Donald just fucking hand the ball to him all game? That's what's going to happen?
You'll see.
Sam Donald's coming to play, my guy. You throw him
You'll
left
see.
and right.
You'll see.
All right. Hey, $5. Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than CMC.
Sure. I'll take that bet.
I'll take that too. Can I take
Yeah,
that?
Wait,
I'm on that.
are you all against me? Wait.
No, we're with you.
No, they're with you.
All right, deal.
I don't have any debate here. It's Henry, but I think the Vikings offense is also going to be dynamic this year. I think every offense is going to be dynamic, but unless Henry can't hold up for the extra game, it's got to be Henry.
He had 2,100 yards last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are probably right, but I got to be a little different here. Can't. You know. Plus, I also hate Derrick Henry.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like him.
He ruins my
he doesn't
fantasy.
like harm anyone.
He ruins my fantasy season all the goddamn time. I play him like every time. It's like, oh, playoffs week 1. He just fucking puts his dick in my mouth all the time. but the man's a
Very
goddamn Goliath.
So Nick, who are you going with? I mean, Jenks.
I don't know. I want to be different, and I'm not going to pick Henry. I'm not going to pick Barkley. I'm not going to pick Dalvin.
Joe Mixon.
I'm honestly between.
Don't you dare.
I'm between
Jonathan
Zeke and Jonathan Taylor. Those are my
Oh.
two that I'm between.
Didn't they bring back Mac?
Who?
Yes,
Didn't the
Marlon
Colts,
Mack.
Marlon Mack didn't the Colts bring back Marlon Mack?
Yeah.
they did.
Actually, no. I'll go with Zeke. Zeke is my pick.
I'm staying far away from JT this year.
Jenks $5 says Zeke is not in the top 3 in rushing.
I would
Top
take that bet
three?
with you, Nick.
Top
Sure.
3.
All
Deal.
right. Nick, write these down. I'm with you on both bets. Who's the backup? Who's the backup for the Cowboys?
Tony
What's
Pollard.
his name?
Pollard?
I think he may have equal rushing yards.
Oh
as
my
Zeke this year.
goodness.
Zeke's a bum, bro. He fumbled like 65 times last year. And you want to hear this great stat? What do you think his cap hit is if they decide to cut him next year?
They're not cutting him this year.
Next year, I said.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they can cut him next year. That's fine.
What's his cap hit?
I don't know. $21 million.
$33 million.
Right, so they'll cut him next year, and then Tony Pollard is off his rookie contract, and what they have to pay him anyway. So, I mean, running backs don't matter. You might as well have Tony Pollard back there.
$31 million?
You know why Zeke fumbled so much last year? Because Andy Dalton was behind center. I'm surprised that
That was it.
Love it.
Zeke should just quit football. His confidence is shot. All because of Andy Dalton.
That's it.
But he'll lead the league in rushing next year. No problem.
He's done it before. It's not a bad pick.
Consensus.
We got one
Derrick
more
Henry.
question, boys. This is from Paul. Oh, that's Derrick Henry. Okay. This is from Paul Fridas. This is a buddy of ours from high school. This may be really tailored for Nick and I. Thoughts on the Giants not drafting offensive linemen in the 2021 draft?
So I'm not happy, but listen, I think that our offensive line is no longer. We might still be bottom third. It's not an awful offensive line anymore. I don't think, at least. It's still not a great offensive line, but I think with the weapons that Daniel Jones has around him, I think that this year it's make or break for him, and I don't think it's going to be the line's fault. That's what I want to say. So the question was, what thoughts on them not drafting an offensive lineman? I don't like it, but I don't hate it probably as much as Mike's about to fucking hate it. So, Mike, what do you got here?
Well, I hate your internet more than the Giants offensive line because we heard nothing you said. So, on that
Seriously?
note, my thought with this is, but the Giants offensive line, it's pretty similar to what you were going in and out and saying, but I think I really wanted Rashawn Slater in the draft, and I really thought that would have solidified the line really well, and that did not happen. And then I figured they would take someone mid-round. That didn't happen. So the optimist in me goes, hey, they spent 3 draft picks last year on players that they want to develop. So I think it's what Nick said. I don't think they're like the worst offensive line now, but I think a big problem has always been with Eli and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones holds the ball too long, and he needs that time to get the ball down the field. So if the offensive line is not going to hold up, he's not going to be able to get the ball down the field. You sign Kenny Golladay. Once again, it's going to come down to if the offensive line can run block for Saquon coming off a massive injury, and if they're going to give Danny Dimes some time to throw the ball. So Am I thrilled? No. I really wish they would have put some more effort into building the interior line, but I will see what happens coming into the season. I don't really have a strong opinion on it, but they've been drafting much better over the past few years. Jenks doesn't feel that way, but that's my opinion there. Anything to add, Alex, Jenks?
Do we know why the what was he, a guard from Pittsburgh was let go?
He's been injured.
Okay.
He's been riddled with injuries, and I think it was either something with he was like considering retirement and was unsure, so I think they just kind of cut him loose, and I think he's still dealing with injuries. So I don't think he's even been scooped up yet. I thought that would have been like a perfect pigeonhole, but
That's why I was bringing it up. But
yeah,
I mean, my biggest thing is I want them to get protection for DJ.
yeah.
I mean, he fumbles a lot. He is rushed to throw. I mean, Saquon makes the play happen himself. Like, he'll bounce all 15 guys and still break out. I mean, it's funny. Like, I think someone said, like, if you look at like Saquon's 15 carries, it's like 1 yard, 1 yard, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 75 yards, 1 yard, 2 yard. You know, it's like there's always like that one magical play. So, I mean, the Giants do need a better offensive line. It's definitely not strong. It's not top 10, but is like anyone available? Honestly, there's no one.
No. I think they want to develop the young guys.
Well, they better develop them quickly. Otherwise, I'm fucking out on DJ.
Yeah.
Jenks?
See what happens.
I'm good. I'm good.
He's good. He's going.
Yeah.
James doesn't want to talk about the Giants draft, but I did like the talking about the just for a hot second here. I did like the what the hell's his name? Moses pickup, the right tackle, scooped up. I don't know if you saw that, Jenks.
Yeah, that was nice.
The Jets have a pretty good building block coming into the following season. So exciting things for the Jets to come. I don't know if this will be the season, but maybe your Zach Wilson jersey will give you some good luck there.
We'll see.
Anything else? Anything else, boys?
All good, Mike.
I'm good here.
Good to be back.
All right. Yes. All right, everyone. Enjoy your long weekend. Enjoy the 4th. God bless America. And we will talk soon.
Drill the 4th, guys.
Later.
Boys.